see. Hey guys, Island Turtle here. Welcome to BOMISpirit. I'm actually live right now with you guys. So if you're catching this after the fact, you're catching this after the fact. I really wanted to go live today because tomorrow is June 1st. Tomorrow Jupiter goes exact conjunct the North Node. It's a pretty important day. I know it's going to take a little bit too for the algorithm to catch up to like register that everyone's in here. So there's going to be a few minutes. So if you're watching this after the fact, hopefully it's timestamped. Hopefully it should be. If I don't, someone else probably will. Hello, SV. Hello. Um, mm, okay, since we're waiting for people to come in here, I just pulled my drums out and worked with my drums for the first time in a long time. Because of the move and the way that I had to move, I couldn't have my drums with me. So it was really weird to like be away from like my tools and like my instruments. And oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, maybe we'll use these. I'm also unpacking some of my decks. I have like 2 boxes of decks here. I have a lot more because most of my boxes that I shipped with my personal belongings were for work. So most of those were like decks, books, crystals, that sort of deal. Like half my stuff is just that. So I only have 2 here that I'm pulling out, and I found the one deck that I wanted to work with today, the Star Codes Astra deck. So that's already here and that's already prepped. But I wanted to see what else I had in these boxes while I was waiting with you guys. Hello, there we go. We got some people in here. My son has an affinity for them. He's 5, but I still shiver every time. That's really cute, actually. Hi, Kaylee. Hi, Chrissy. Hello. Your hair reminds me of a warrior. Oh, how funny. Well, this is okay. So today was a hair wash day. Being totally upfront with you guys. This is what I do with my hair on a hair wash day. I put it in a protective style. So this is actually like phase 1. And then as days pass, I like take some out and I do different things with them. So this is phase 1 after I've like just did my hair. So funny you say that because today does feel interesting. But yeah, I worked with my drums for the first time in a while. I'm getting distracted. I might pull this one out. There might be some interesting things going on there galactically. That's a maybe. And it was so powerful. It was so powerful. And like I really am thinking about tonight, maybe doing a little drum something. But maybe for my patrons. I don't know. My drums were calling to me so hardcore and it felt so good and I cried and I don't know, it was really interesting. But it was good because I needed that. And I channeled some stuff, I chanted some stuff, and I grounded. And I was like, okay, this is perfect for me to now go into this reading for tomorrow for Jupiter conjunct the North Node. I talked about it on the weekly, but after the fact, I looked back and I was like, I don't think I articulated it very well. I also feel like I've come into a little bit more of an understanding of what's happening too, not just this week, but also with the importance of tomorrow. So with tomorrow, you can say it's a portal, you can say it's a window of opportunity, you can say we're being catapulted, you can say we're being plummeted through timelines. I would say all the above are very valid ways of looking at it. It's all dependent upon your own verbiage, your beliefs, your perspective, etc., etc., etc. Now, from my observation and my reality with my truth, we're going through the eye is like how it was coming across in the weekly, and it's still coming across that way. But the eye, right? The eye. There is this feeling too of time traveling that's coming up with that as well. And if anything, I feel like we're just catching up. I don't want to say to where we should be because that doesn't feel, I don't like the way that sounds. I don't totally love the way that feels, but it does have this feeling of like, yes, of speeding up, but that's not a bad thing. It also isn't exactly, I'm trying to find the right words here. Give me a minute. Oh, 2 birdies. Oh, you're flying in tandem together. That's so cute. Might be a reason we're saying that. I have like a giant window in front of me right now, so I'm just kind of looking at the sky while I'm talking to you guys. It's speeding up, catching up. You know, time is a funny thing. So a friend of mine actually posted a video like the day after I recorded the weekly, and I was like, oh, dang. Because we're talking about very similar things, but from very different viewpoint, or I would say just different facets of it. And I feel like he gave me definitely like a missing piece of the puzzle. So go ahead and check him out. His channel's Galactic Tarot. He's really cool. Go check him out. He's got some good stuff going on over there. But anyway, so I realized, oh, going through the eye, this is a time traveling thing. And the other thing I was channeling in the weekly was this whole idea of the focus, right? It's like zoning in and maintaining the focus, right? It's like wherever your energy goes, where your focus is, right? I mean, that's not the phrase, but you guys know what I'm getting at. It's like wherever you put your eye, your perspective, your beliefs, your attention, your energy, and if you're able to really focus it and really ground it and not allow yourself to get pulled in different directions, allow yourself to be contained in that, you can time travel and catapult your way into any reality. I mean, that's really what it is. And because we're getting this astrological assisted, this like cosmically assisted window to catapult faster on a timeline, fast track is like kind of what I want to say. It's just a time to utilize that, and so we might really feel that. And some of you might have some third eye energy going on. I know I definitely did the last couple of days. And the full moon Sag is also important in this too, because it is also about the archer, right, and the eye of that. Now, something else I've been noticing too in the community, and I might do a video on this, is this whole debate around the changes with astrology and like what should we follow? Is this discipline better? Should we do sidereal? Should we do tropic? Should we do Vedic? You guys know how I feel. If you're new, you're new, but if you've been around, you know how I feel about that. There's a little bit of truth in everything, and I think people are just wanting to attach to a right way. There is no perfect way, and it's like I look at everything. For me, I look at everything. So some people will say that this like upcoming full moon in Sag is really in Scorpio. And yeah, there's definitely some validity to that, but Scorpio is also the eye of the eagle, right? Scorpio is also psychic awareness and intuition and transmuting and all of that. So it's like, that's what I always say about astrology. You can say these things are different, right? But it's about the overall pattern of energy and how things are aligning in its full picture. You can't just like take one little piece and say this is what's happening, right? You have to look at everything. But anyway, sorry, got a little soapboxy there. I'm coming back. Fixed star activity. I talked about that too in the weekly, that there's fixed star activity right now that is also referring to this eye. Right now, while we're hurtling through the North Node energy, which to me is very much like following the star, following forward, push into the future, and again, more this catapulting energy of like fast tracking timelines. And Jupiter obviously is expansion and spiritual development that's helping us with that, right? It's helping to open the door. Jupiter is also associated with fate. That's why it's also opening the door. But anyway, fixed star activity that also refers to the eye of the dragon, right? And what is the North Node? The North Node is the snake, the serpent eating its own tail. Snake is basically essentially a different version of dragon energy, as far as I'm concerned. Hold on one second. Oh, jeez. Darn it. You know what? I'm working. I'm not going to answer that. That totally distracted me. Talk about not getting distracted. I also have incense burning, and I'm not supposed to burn incense. I was like, uh-oh, am I in trouble? Hopefully not. Anyway. Oh my god, that totally distracted me. The North Node, the serpent eating its own tail. God. That's also part of this energy too, right? It all lines up. It all lines up as far as I'm concerned, but again, to each their own. But yeah, this is a big push forward. And then referring to the full moon Sag and some of the energies that are also going on this week that I was really feeling in my session with the drums is this feminine energy with Juno, and most likely like surrounding Juno and Lilith, because they are also creating a lot of energy right now too, with some of the aspects that they're involved in. And there's this like call that's happening. Like the call of the feminine, the call of the female, even like a cry out, a call out is also how it was coming across, like to be heard from that place. It doesn't even have to be a hurt place. It doesn't even have to be an angry place. It can be a very sexual place. I was getting a lot of sexual energy with that. And also coming back to, as it relates to the dragon, the serpent, Kundalini energy, that's all tying into this week too. So we have a lot of this emphasis on listening to the call of the female, the feminine, the goddess, grandmother earth. Again, however you want to see that is up to you. I'm just giving you my 2 cents on it. And in relation to this rising in our own energy, rising in our own spiritual energy, rising in our own spiritual development, you can argue ascension, activation, kundalini awakenings, merging into unification with the self, all these things, right? They're all just terms for the same thing as far as I'm concerned. And it's all to go forward. It's all to move through the eye. It's all to move through the eye. And as we move through the eye, there also comes this pulling away of another veil, this pulling away of another illusion, into seeing more truth, into expanding our own consciousness as well. So everybody might see this differently. Everybody might experience this differently. But as far as I'm concerned, that's what I feel like is going on right now. It's just a push into a fast track of a timeline with these themes of feminine, female, goddess, calling out, crying out, being heard, as far as also furthering spiritual development and growth and this whole kundalini unification sort of deal going on here too. And because we're also talking about North Node and also serpent eating its own tail and kundalini energy, there's also some karmic energy too going on of this continued closing out cycles, right? And this whole, I almost want to say, diverging away of other timelines and other people and other consciousnesses, right? So that's also kind of interesting to see. And I know I've talked about that too, in terms of people suddenly falling away or people suddenly losing their minds and losing their shit, right? That's all part of that too. So yeah, I just wanted to go on here, do another video, be a little bit more clear in some of the energies that are coming through tomorrow and the rest of the week, and also to pull more cards, because why not? Yeah, so that's my whole little spiel before I go ahead and get into cards. Where's my water? Oh, there it is. I'm surrounded by stuff right now. Surrounded by stuff. I'm just so tired like the rest before the push. I'm in the middle of my Saturn return. Oh, yeah, see, I'm like, hi, Lauren, sorry, I just saw your messages. So here's the thing for those of you guys who are new. I do not like technology. Just got to be totally upfront with you. Social media is not something that I have a natural affinity for. If anything, it makes me very overwhelmed, and like my nervous system goes, stay away from that with social media. But clearly because of like how I work, right? At least in this capacity of how I work, it has to be a component of what I do. So if you're messaging me through Instagram, I probably won't see it. Just being totally upfront. If you message me through TikTok, I don't know if you can message people through TikTok. I've only been on there like to make the one post. I most likely will not see it. Now, there are instances where people like move into my awareness, but that's usually because they're supposed to, and some sort of divine thing is happening, and my guides are like, hey, go look at your Instagram or something like that, and like the person just stands out because I'm supposed to see it. But don't take offense if I'm not answering your emails, your messages, things like that. It's just something that I don't have a natural affinity for, and it really overwhelms me. I also am very sensitive to energy just as a baseline. So when I do things like go live or I have to get on the computer, I get really drained, like very easily. So it's something that I just it's a weird line to walk for me, and I'm continually trying to understand how to best walk that line for myself. So yeah, just putting that out there. Hold on, I like my lips are so chapped. Where's my chapstick? And then we're gonna go and get into cards. Do I have chapstick in here? I might not have chapstick in here. Let's see. It's a little dry. It's a little dry out here. Let's see. I don't, but I have lip gloss. I guess that's the second best. Crows have been everywhere. Yeah, birds. Oh, I could say so much about birds. Gemini reading is still there. I quit everything but YouTube since 2017. And hey, and like for some people that's their jam, and like to each their own, you know, but it's something that's hard for me. Sorry, give me a second. You guys know how I roll. I just do me. Till I saw the eye you were describing as I was meditating into the Venus-Pluto opposition going on right now. Yeah, see, and that's like also part of the karmic stuff too, right? Venus opposing Pluto. Coming back. Let's pull cards. I'm going to start with the Star Codes Astro Oracle. And also this moving through the eye too. It's like, to me, it feels such like a, like there needs to be intention behind it. Let me start there. Like I can feel how much there needs to be this awareness that you need to focus. And I don't know if you guys felt that today, but I know I felt that today, where it was like, I need to be with my drums. I need to sage. I need to go to the creek. I need to do this. I need to like understanding that I'm about to like go through like a weird window and like I need to focus my energy. Some of you, I can feel this too of needing to reclaim your energy. I can totally feel that. Especially the last couple of weeks where people were acting cray cray, right? Some of you could have, you know, we're all human. We're all not going to be perfect, even if we are understanding that like someone's throwing awful energy at us, that like sometimes, you know, that kind of leaks through. So to make sure that you are, they reminded me, keeping the ship tight, keeping the leaks out. So if you got to do any cleansing or anything, or just reclaiming your energy field, please do that today. Today, don't wait till tomorrow. Please do it today. You can wait till tomorrow. You're, again, free will, but do it today. You'll be happy you did it today. Yeah, it's like, it's this moment of preparation. It's this moment of preparation. And you may feel pulled in different directions. You may feel like, oh, but I need to go do this. I need to go do that, like especially 3D stuff. Take your time to do the things you need to do for yourself spiritually. Okay, especially for anybody who does spiritual work. You know who you are. You know who you are. I didn't look into Gemini yet. I just got pulled to the new moon Gemini. Is it Gemini? It's got to be Gemini. Why does that feel weird? I just got pulled to Gemini. I'm like, yeah, the new moon Gemini comes after that, right? Yeah, no, it does. Why does that feel so strange? Hi, Sam. Hi, Sam. Hey, Marcy. New moon Gemini feels weird. Something about that feels really weird. And it might be because it's coming after we move through the eye. Oh God, do I want to talk about this right now? You can even look at the eye. So, okay, let me preface this before I get into this. And the cards just exploded as I'm trying to talk about this too. Not a coincidence. For anybody who knows what it's like to move through the tunnel, you know what I mean if you have experience with that. You can even look at it that way, moving through the tunnel. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that. All right. Yeah, now I keep getting pulled to New Moon Gemini. I just can't get away from that energy. Don't be afraid of your sexual energy right now either. That's something else that's coming up too. Don't be afraid of your sexual energy. Sexual energy doesn't have to be about sex. It's creative energy. It's life energy. It's life-giving, creating, God, co-creating energy. That's what sexual energy is. Don't be afraid of it at this time. Because it's coming. It's coming. Venus is also moving into Leo and Tropic. As a lot of you know, that's just going to add some fuel to the flames there regarding the sacral. And the solar too. And the solar too. Yeah. Any messages or insights regarding Jupiter conjunct the North Node? I'm hearing the difference between Aries and Taurus. Like, that's what I'm hearing as a quote. The difference between Aries and Taurus. Why am I hearing that? Why am I hearing that? That's interesting. So there might be a weird... They shouldn't pull on each other because they're neighbors. They shouldn't pull on each other. And I talk about this with astrology, right? It's like every sign takes something from the previous sign and runs with it or improves it or evolves it in some way. Aries being the first, when we move to Aries to Taurus, we take all of that strategy, fire, that emperor energy, that leader energy, that like get up, go, make things happen. And we anchor it into reality, where Taurus is really good at that. Taurus is really good at finding stability with fire energy, even though they're earth. So maybe that just had to be said. That probably just had to be said. Especially when Jupiter was moving through Aries, right? When Jupiter moved into Taurus, like, I don't know about you, but it felt better to me. It felt like, oh yeah, let's bring that back down into the physical. That's how that felt to me when Jupiter moved into Taurus. There might be some reflection going on there. Any messages or insights for Jupiter conjunct the North Node? Ooh, card explosion. Oh, okay. All right. So a lot of cards came out, but I only took the ones that are facing up. Leo and Pisces. Not surprised these came out because we do have a lot of Leo energy going on, even though we are in Taurus season. We do have a lot of Leo energy going on. Palace of Venus and Leo, Mars and Leo, Venus is going to move into Leo. And then Pisces, Neptune's been in Pisces, right? Pisces and Leo. It's water and fire. They are not exactly the besties. So I should say that. They're not exactly besties. But yeah, I'm getting that strong Neptunian energy here in relation to Leo. Neptune was working with Venus. Still might be a little bit, but not nearly as... Whoa, where are we? We're Wednesday, right? We're Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. Actually, Venus would probably still be working strongly with Neptune right now. Venus being in Cancer before it moves over to Leo, right? Working with Neptune and Pisces, which is at 27 degrees. It's pretty late. So yeah, Venus is I think, in my opinion, still working with Neptune, which is very daydreamy, lovey, compassionate sort of energy. It's also really good for being creative as well, or getting into your own spiritual arts. And then we have this call to Leo to push things forward, to push things to the forefront, to be seen in it. To be seen in it. I'm getting that call of the feminine though with Leo. Like this kind of seductive, it's captivation. Thank you. It's captivation. If that's even a word. I think I might have not like conjugated that word right. Because that's what Leo is. Leo is look at me. Look at me, hear me roar, see me on the stage. That's what Leo is. And Mars being in Leo is really begging us to do that. But it feels like a pull is what it feels like. It feels like a pull. It feels like a magnet. Come hither, come here. We may have some experiences relationship-wise that are, I don't want to say that, very difficult to ignore, arguably inevitable. Arguably also a chance to deal with some temptation and some bad habits there. And karmic cycles, you'll know where you land in that. Use your discernment there. But that's what I'm getting with this. It's like, that's what I'm getting with this. Yeah, to be captivating, to pull in, Then that's feminine. That's feminine energy. That's like Queen of Wands energy, right? It's like, come here now. Come to me. The call of the female, the call of the feminine. All right, moving on. Ooh, bye. Solar calm with clarify and opposition. Opposition. Ooh. There's that discernment coming in here. To not be impulsive right now. To not be impulsive right now. To not be impulsive right now. Do not be impulsive right now. Because I can't get away from this pull energy where it's like, this is not the time to make fast decisions. It's a time to make very grounded, very clear choices, because your energy should be focused, right? Your energy should be grounded, should be focused. You should have your intentions very well established and not stray away from them at this time. It's almost like what we really should be is like grounded and know what we're doing, know what we want, know where we're going, and we're just waiting for the door to open even further to move, like to fast track a timeline. Like that's really where we should be. if any of you do get sucked into anybody who's pulling on you or any circumstances pulling on you, because you could also be pulling other people in or circumstances in, right? That's also part of the focusing, is pulling in what you're intending to. But if you get scattered and distracted and get pulled in other directions from distractions or what have you, some of you I think will see it. Some of you I think will see it, but it could be really easy to get caught up in this like fantasy. Could be easy to get caught up in almost like devil energy. So just something to be mindful of. That opposition card keeps pulling me in. Anything else for Jupiter conjunct the North Node? Oh God, I was like, what the hell was that? It was a car outside. But it was just like a loud, like, boop. It's just somebody's bad brakes. Anything else for Jupiter conjunct the North Node? Ooh. Pallas Athena, and then look, Neptune right under that. Yeah, be careful of Neptune. Neptune could like be really nice right now, but it could be so easy to fall into illusion. It could be so easy to do that. So it's like, yes, embrace the possibilities that are aligned with your intentions and where you know you want to go for you. Okay? Keep your eye on the eye, essentially right now, and stay grounded and don't waver and just wait to be catapulted and fast-tracked on that timeline. But don't get distracted by fantasy, especially with Pallas Athena being in the forefront here, because over energy Pallas Athena is in Leo. Pallas Athena is in Leo. And here it says, I think for Pallas Athena, I feel more is about like balance and resolution. And you can argue, okay, thinking through resolution is part of that too. But Pallas Athena Leo finds solutions and solves problems through understanding people and having really great social skills and being able to be charismatic and being able to captivate a crowd if need be, which I think is kind of interesting because, again, coming back to this pulling in. So essentially, you're the one who should be doing the pulling by staying focused on the eye and pulling in the timeline that you are trying really hard to align to. Don't let others pull you. Make sense? You should be doing the pulling as a mage, magician, divine being. You should be doing the pulling. No one else should be pulling on you. Just chop it up to that, okay? Because if you let something pull on you, you could fall into an illusion, or you can fall into a very difficult situation that might have you questioning some things, okay? Interesting. So do the pulling, don't get pulled on. Let's see. How to do the pull-in when I don't know what path to take. That's up for your discernment. That's the thing. It's okay to like not understand fully like where you're at. We're all in a different place, but the only way you're gonna figure that out is to go within and be by yourself. That's the only way to do that, right? It's like, if you are not sure, this is not a time to be around a lot of people right now who could pull on you or influence you. It's a time to get solid within yourself and be able to stand your ground within yourself and hold true to your vision and your truth and your timeline of what you're aligning to, your intentions, your values, right? Right? Okay. Let's pull other cards. Wait, which ones were in here again? No, not those. Dare we? That's a maybe. What's in here? Oh, these are the ones I've been using. Well, nothing wrong with a little classic either. Oh yeah, by the way, Clyde, he's dominated that chair. It's like the only chair in my entire apartment, and he's like, it's mine. Oh, stay focused, guys. Interesting. Look at the first card that came out. I didn't even do anything and just went bloop, hello. It's like right on top. Interesting. Thank you. I'm a Gemini. Oh, you're welcome, Beth. Thank you for the $4.99. So tempted to do the animals. You know, let's just do it. Let's just do it. There's a reason they call me all the time. Oh, delicious. All right. Thought he was waking up. It's like, don't wake up. There's too much stuff around me right now for him to be playing with. All right. By the way, anybody who's new, all the decks that I use are linked below, by the way. MFV. I know. I miss her. I miss her so much. She had the sweetest energy. She was just such a bright being. I just loved being around that energy in the mornings. When I saw she posted something, I'm like, yes, I'm just gonna have her on the background just so I could be in those vibes. Yeah, I miss her. I hope she's doing great wherever she's at these days, whatever she's doing. I was thinking about her too the other day. How funny. How funny. I was thinking about her the other day too. Who knows? Maybe she'll come back. I don't know. You never know. You never know. She was really good at what she does. And I know like towards the end there were some weird things that were happening that caused her to be like, yeah, we're not doing this anymore. So I get it. But yeah, I miss her. Send her some love wherever she may be. Any messages or insights for Jupiter conjunct the North Node for the collective? Wow. So, okay, I just want to mention Deer made a little bit of an appearance. I'm not going to put on the board because the way it kind of like wanted to show itself. Interesting, like certain cards are trying to show themselves. Deer is the feminine. Deer is the receptive pulling force of the feminine. Just saying. But the cards that did come out, they came out in a little pile. So let's see what they are. We got Nightingale, which is throat chakra energy. Ooh, Bear. Oh, two of my favorite cards, Bear and Vulture. Wow. Yeah, see, this is coming out to be heard. This is coming out to be captivating. This is coming out to pull, to pull, to pull. This could be you. This could be anybody in your external reality, but it is this coming out of the dark, coming out of the shadows, to be heard, to pull in, to make something happen, to fast track a timeline, or to maybe just needing to get something off your chest, whatever it is. But this is totally coming out of a period of rest, recovery. Potentially some of you are doing some shadow work. Some of you guys might have been grieving or going through some painful stuff. But Vulture is death magic. It's basically Scorpio to me. It's basically the death card. And Bear is like 4 swords energy, kind of hermity, because Bear is like when we hibernate, right? Bear is like, I'm going to go sit in a bubble and just be held in love and recover and get back to a normal. But it also stands for protection and strength and resilience as well. And then here we have Nightingale coming out being like, listen to me, right? So however you're aligning or resonating with this reading, just know that because this is collective, there are energies that are doing this and there are energies that are getting dragged along for the ride. So decide which one you want to be, all right? I'm hearing my terms, doing this on your terms. There's a nice taking control energy that I like about this. Yeah, taking control. I like it. Some of you may even be going through, like I mentioned the third eye energy, but there's so much throat chakra energy here. Some of you guys could also be going through a little bit of an upgrade with your throat chakra, or opening your throat chakra, activating your throat chakra. Definitely stands to reason there. Some of you have come in, sorry, they're stopping me. Some of you are coming into a truth as well. I just got the Ace of Swords that just like flashed by, which is like, whoop, the Ace of Swords. While being in hermit mode or taking time for yourself or bubbling or recovering, there's a lot of reflecting that was going on too. And this Ace of Swords just emerges, like pops out of nowhere within yourself. And for some of you, that's that's just something you needed in order to come out and pull in and captivate. But it's through the throat, which means it could be very vocal, like physically vocal, or it could just be embracing the truth of what it is that you really want and want to align to, and then pulling that timeline in, right? Anything else for the collective, for Jupiter conjunct the North Node? Oh, I see what you guys were cutting away. The mouse landed right on top of Vulture. This is what you were transmuting, letting go, killing, essentially, whatever word you want to use for it, putting an end to, and getting 10 of Swords actually with this mouse energy, which is great because mouse is anxiety. It's anxiety. It's worrying too much about the details. It's getting way too caught up in the head. It's fear. Ooh, it'd be fear. Some of you guys is a big block that you have been working through, or have worked through already. And then as we're moving into the present time, it's about being able to captivate or pull in or communicate or be heard in a way where you couldn't before because this mouse energy was getting in the way. But that to me feels like anxiety and fear, just being honest with you. And again, this could have been something that you are in the middle of, you could have already done. And this is just a really nice moment in time and space where you're showing how much you've overcome that. Even if you're just showing yourself that you've moved past some serious fear and anxiety that was holding you up from being this, from taking control over your reality, adhering to your own values, adhering to your own truth, your integrity, or even just being heard and really vocalizing yourself. So take it as it resonates. And some of you guys, this could have related to boundaries as well, but yeah, you're over the fear and anxiety of whatever that has been. Anything else? Leo is a very powerful energy. It is, how do I want to say? Okay, so when it comes to astrology, there's so many different ways of looking at astrology through time, through different cultures. And so there's different names for the same thing, right? Different explanations of the signs for the same sign. So Leo, it's like, yeah, we call it the lion, we call it the sun, but there are certain cultures that look at that sign or that period of time like as a sun sign, where it's really about the light of God, right? It's about sitting in that kind of divine truth. And it is an intense thing. It is an intense thing. To be honest, I think that's why some Leos trigger a lot of people. Because it's like, yes, I am the light of God. I sit in the light of God. And it's like, it could be a lot for some people to deal with. But that's the gift of Leo, which is why it's also very loving and very generous and very big-hearted. And it's also very loud and very like, I am here, right? Because it's just an undeniable thing. Anyway, getting away from the energy, getting away from talking about that for a second. It's about moving into that. It's about moving into that level of confidence and security and empowerment of sitting in that and being that, embodying that. Moving on. Jupiter conjunct the North Node. Anything else? Ooh. Anybody who's been with me, you know what this is. It's more throat chakra energy, and it's funny because it's the black egg and the nightingale. The nightingale has hatched. The nightingale is out of the egg. This is also the gift of this opportunity to fast track the timeline, right? Where it's like you're no longer in the black egg. You're no longer like percolating in your truth or your honesty. You're like out. You're out with it. You cracked open the egg. Again, just emphasizing this represents the throat chakra. And then we got the third eye. I can't even make this shit up if I tried. Yep. The unicorn is the third eye chakra and the throat chakra, everything that I've already been talking about. And there is totally a new level of awareness and even perception of self and life as we move through the eye, especially if you're moving through the eye with intention and you're not just like willy-nilly whatever happens, right? The intention needs to be there, but there is such a beautiful gift to happen at the other end of that, especially with elephant being underneath that. Elephant is breaking through barriers, breaking through blockages, breaking through the wall. Again, some of you may have a third eye or throat chakra opening happening here, but there is a liberated freedom energy in this to be had if you are moving through this with intention. And then we have the hawk. It just continues, man. Hawk in this deck speaks of being divinely guided and moving forward, moving in a very specific direction, and you're no longer blocked from that direction. Just to top it off, the whale, which represents interconnectedness, the great mystery, great spirit. It's very Neptunian. It is literally the cosmos of everything, right? But within and without, accessing it from within, represents consciousness, basically. So you understand what I'm getting at here as far as the importance of this week, the importance of tomorrow, this conjunction, and the gift of it, especially if you are really aligned with your intention and you're very intentional about all of this, right? Feel good to sigh a little bit. All right. Which it just keeps going. It just keeps going. Wait, no, I'm curious. What was after whale? Hold on a second. What was after whale? Oh, renewed energy, transformation, being light, being of beauty, being of grace. After, again, a period of transition. Yeah, it just keeps going. Just keeps going. I'm going to pull some tarot. Let's see. They conjunct my Saturn, squaring my Neptune. I caught alive. Ooh, hello, Dominique. Yeah, let's move on to cards. Sorry, hold on. Let's move on. Any messages or insights for the collective for Jupiter conjunct the North Node? I love looking at the sky. Just something I can just get lost in the sky. Is tomorrow like a grand finale, new beginning? Every ending is a beginning, so it's like beginnings and endings are they're just a way to look at a moment of change and transition, which technically we're always going through change and transition. So I look at tomorrow as it's just a window. That's how I look at it. It's a window. You could say it's a portal. You could say it's an opportunity. But it's a window. It's a window to fast track time, a timeline to jump timelines, to time travel. But not everybody's going to experience that. Not everybody's going to experience that. Do you think Venus retrograde will play with these themes? Yeah, Venus retrograde, I wanted to look further into that because I'm pretty sure Venus is retrograding in Leo, which means it's going to be there for quite a bit. But I haven't looked at that, and I haven't taken time to tap into it because I'm also still trying to get my own life still situated. So it's like I've been wanting to do all these things, but it's like I still need to like get my apartment more grounded because I still don't have a lot of things. Like I still don't have a desk. I just don't have a place for everything. I'm surrounded by stuff. So I'm taking moment to moment to do what I can and what I want and try to be balanced about it. But yeah, I will probably look at that at some point in time. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Venus is retrograding in Leo. And yes, we're into this, most likely. For a long time, like 4 months, I think crazy fun times, LOL. Yeah, if my memory is correct, I think Venus will be done retrograding right before the next eclipses. Just no coincidence. I have been looking at the full moon Taurus end of October. It's going to be a serious one. Just being honest with you guys. The full moon in Taurus at the end of October is going to be a very serious one. And not in a way where it's like, I don't mean you got to be afraid of anything. There's just going to be very serious. It's just going to have a very serious tone to it. And I feel like I'm not supposed to talk about it right now, so I'm not going to go into detail, but it's serious. It's serious. Okay. And don't forget about the craziness in July. That's coming. July is going to be crazy. Just saw the Seven of Swords. Any messages or insights for Jupiter conjunct the North Node? I've been shuffling a long time. One more. Okay. Any messages or insights regarding the spread for Jupiter conjunct the North Node? They're showing me the star card. We'll see if it comes out. Not surprising, because for me, the star card is my North Node card, even though it represents Aquarius. That's the North Node card for me as a reader. Because it's a card of alignment. It's a card of aligning to your soul, to spirit, to faith, to belief, to enlightenment. It's also a card of healing, of blessings, etc., etc., etc. Any messages or insights here? Am I taking these two? Yes. Oh my. We got some regret going on. 7 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups. This is part of the mouse energy. This is part of the vulture energy. This is part of the bear energy. Um, mm. When we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, like it's totally regret. It's looking at what we've wrought. It's looking at what we've harvested and being very disappointed and being sad. What could be, what could have been. Why is there this looking back energy? Is it really necessary? Don't sit here too long is what I want to say. I mean, process whatever it is you need to process, but this I feel like could easily turn into a rabbit hole of just like, poor me, you know, poor me, kind of like victim mode a little bit. But this is what's been coming up whenever or however you guys are in this mode. Again, some of you guys are past this already. Some of you guys are in this now, right? This is Death Hermit. This is going within and doing some serious reflection, grieving, letting go, shadow work, processing pain, like that sort of stuff, right? And it's wrapped up in regret. It's wrapped up in regret. But there's an energy here. I get like almost like a Six of Cups, like looking really far back. Some of you may be almost like stewing and ruminating on like really old things that may even be surrounded by your anxiety, or maybe times where your anxiety held you back from being this, right? From being stuck in the egg. Either way, it's just a process. It's just a process what has happened. But don't sit in it too long, because it's like, again, especially if you're like a Scorpio or one of those signs that really can stew, like a fixed sign, it's just don't get stuck in it. Just utilize it for what it is. Reflect on what it is you need to reflect on. Let go of whatever it is you need to let go of, so you can break out as the nightingale. Okay. Yeah, it's just like past occurrences and the way that thank you. It's past occurrences and the way that you reacted in these moments in the past that fueled or birthed this anxious, fearful energy that you are working through or have recently worked through to break out of the egg into the nightingale. That's all it is. Some of you guys, it's just purely social anxiety. All right. And maybe some of you need to do that to say goodbye, right? To say goodbye to what has been and what has held you back, so you can actually hold your intention and pull in whatever it is you're trying to pull in timeline-wise. Yep. The world. Yep. Say goodbye to whatever it is you need to say goodbye to. Parts of you, versions of you, people, lifestyle choices, environments. Say goodbye. If you really want to fast track a timeline, if you really want to align to something specific and you want to break out of that egg, say your goodbyes, okay? Because you're getting on the boat, you're getting on the ship, and you're going to fast track, all right? And for those of you guys who are not there's no judgment in that either. It's a choice, right? It's a choice. And it's not always an easy choice, because this is hard work, okay? This is really hard work, and it's not for everybody. And if you're not up to the task, there's nothing wrong with that. Right? You're making the choice that is more comfortable for you, and that's okay. But for other people where you're like, no, I want to be done with this. I want the next thing. I want to be out of the egg. I want to be past this energy. Then here's you doing the work to do that. But the World card really confirms, say your goodbyes. Okay? Really confirms that, because the World is Saturn. The World is also fixed energy. Sometimes the World card to me represents a Saturn return. The World card also represents massive life chapters or versions of reality that are massive or have been long lasting or may have had the illusion of permanency, are done to open the new. Also indicates like foreign travel and all that stuff too. But yeah, this is significant. It's very significant. Wow. Remember what I said about the Ace of Swords? 10 of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Swords in reverse. That Ace of Swords, this is not having the Ace of Swords yet, right? This is like the Ace of Swords has not emerged yet. When it emerges, the clarity, it's like this feels like the catapult a little bit that I was talking about in the weekly. Like, it's almost like the sword comes out of the ground is how it feels like oh my God, like there's like, oh, there's the truth. There's my truth. There's the reality, right? Like there's something about it that feels fast and feels like it's catching like people off guard. It's just a funny image the way that they're like showing it to me. But it's around this 10 of Cups energy. 10 of Cups is family, home life, but it's also like waking up and just feeling like life is amazing and being really happy with what you have. When it's in reverse, it's obviously a lack of that, right? So this sword of truth that's going to come at you out of nowhere and break open your egg, break open the black egg so you can come out as a nightingale is huge. But that's like, those are the themes that it's around. Okay. Oh, thank you, Sky. Yes, please like the video. We got like almost 400 people in here. Please like the video. It does help it circulate. Some of you, this is just around the belief of happiness. Some of you, that's just purely what it is. The belief or lack thereof of what happiness is, right? Or what it is that you really want that actually makes you fulfilled and happy. The 10 of Cups usually involves other people as well because it's all encompassing. It's the 10. Some of it is just around family stuff, tribe stuff, your physical environment and how it fulfills you, right? So again, take it as it resonates, but this is a massive truth nugget sword coming at you and really shining light on that 10 of Cups in reverse. Maybe you thought you were happy just to realize you were not happy. And this is you breaking out of the black egg, break it out of your shell as the little nightingale birdie to take control and act on that Ace of Swords. Also with the pulling, they're bringing this up again. Remember, you can be doing the pulling or people can be pulling on you. And it is totally a choice. It's a choice of awareness. First of all, you need to be aware, right? It's like if you don't have the awareness, you don't realize what's happening, right? So you need to have that level of awareness first and then make that conscious choice to do the pulling or allow yourself to get pulled on. For those who allow yourself to get pulled on, again, it's not a judgment thing. We all are who we are doing what we're doing. It's just we're all just human beings at the end of the day. If you allow yourself to get pulled on, you could be getting pulled into the illusion of, oh, this makes me happy, only to realize later it does not. It does not. Like, oh, it is a 10 of Cups. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. And then that sword of truth can come out later and be like, oh, dang. Right? So do the pulling from within and do it from your truth. Do it from your values. Do it from what you know to be true for yourself and what it is you want. Don't allow yourself to get pulled on by other people because you don't know what they're working with. Right? You don't know what they're working with. And it could feel really good right now because all the energies we got going on. It could feel really amazing. Doesn't mean it's real. Right? Okay. Any other messages or insights for Jupiter conjunct North Node? Leo energy, King of Wands. We like it. Ooh, 3 of Cups. Oh my. The Emperor. And there's that mouse energy. 10 of Swords in reverse with the 9 of Swords in reverse. The mouse is 9 of Swords to me. And what's in between the 9 and the 10? The 1. 10 minus 9 is 1. It's the Ace of Swords. It's truth. Wow. Emperor, I think, is coming up here as a source of control, as like representing power. With the King of Wands, with the 3 of Cups and the Emperor, this 3 of Cups energy is between you and, it's all, I don't want to say this. It's like, yeah, like you and your own power. It's like you and the part of yourself, the version of yourself that is the nightingale waiting to come out of the egg. The 3 of Cups also represents social energy, right? How we deal when it comes to the physical, but on an emotional level. Right? So there is an emotional component here about what it is you're trying to pull in, but you need to do it from a place of power, right? You need to do it from a place of that Leo energy, that captivation, right? That 9 of Swords inverse and 10 of Swords, that's just all the mouse energy, and it's about that Ace of Swords that's trying to come to the forefront. Be in your fire. Be in King, Queen of Wands energy. Be in that. Be in that. No matter what's going on in your reality, be in that and be in control of yourself. be in control of whatever it is that you are intending and that you're pulling towards you. All right. But yeah, I hate to say it, but it's like, this is you being afraid to step into that power. That's what this was. That's what this was. Fear and anxiety about stepping into this level of personal power because of whatever has happened in the past that you may have some regrets about, that you may have some shame about, embarrassment about, but it's about doing away with that once and for all to be that nightingale. Okay? Okay. You may have people coming at you too, because again, everyone's going to be exposed to this energy. So if someone comes at you, just be grounded. Don't let them pull. You pull if you want to. But you can hear them out, but it's about what you want to align to, and don't get entranced. Don't get entranced by illusion here. Okay? I feel like this reading was really needed. I kind of want to pull the galactic deck, but I'm like, it's like, I think I just want to because I like it, not because I'm actually feeling it's necessary. But I want to, so we're going to do it anyway. Okay. I just want to get a card, and then I might pull from another deck for advice if need be. Oh, I just saw the midwifery card. Fascinating. Can I get a card for the spread? Don't know what to make of that noise. Can I get a card for this spread, please? Just one card. This is called the Galactic Heritage deck, by the way, for anybody who's curious. Oh, I got chills when this card came out. Oh my God, and then even the one at the bottom, guilt. Guilt. 41 breaking down to a 5, Pleiades, past timeline. Some of you guys could resonate with Pleiades. You could identify as being Palladian. But guilt, that is totally that energy. That is totally what that is. Even if you're just doing it to yourself, or other people make you feel shitty about things that have happened in the past, or you're worried people will try to make you shitty. And that's the other thing too. It's like the last couple of weeks, we've been really confronted by external reality, right? We've been really confronted socially. I think most people have experienced that this last week. I'd say like 50%. At least 50% of people the last 2 weeks have been really confronted socially. And it's like, God, I'm getting all kinds of things now, like gaslighting, right? Codependency, blame shifting, all of that sort of crap, right? All of that sort of crap that also is tied into things that are really embedded in your past that just fueled that mouse energy that kept you from being the nightingale, right? And it's like, maybe some of you guys don't like confrontation, or maybe some of you guys try to be a little avoidant, right? But this is about not feeding that anymore and being done away with that, so you can be out and loud and be seen and in your power, doing whatever it is you need to be doing, and not let people make you feel shitty about it, right? Or bring up things that could potentially chip away at that part of you. It feels a little test-like in a way. I'm not saying it is a test. I'm just saying it's test-like. And then on the bottom, are you ready for this? Oh my God, the one on the bottom. Sorry, the one underneath it. Courageousness with Lyra. 15 breaking down to 6. Some of you guys could have strong Cappy. Just got strong Cappy vibes. Present timeline. And then the one underneath that, feminine principle. 19 cyclical energy, Vega, past timeline. And I just got to pull it out. Fear. Another cyclical energy with 28. Reptilian parallel timeline. Fear. Fear. Hold on, I'm about to cough. No more guilt, no more shame, no more regret, no more victimization, no more martyrdom, no more gaslighting, no more blame shifting, no more entitlement, no more, no more, no more, no more, no more of that. And you stepping into this is just gonna shine so much light that kind of shit just it can't be around anymore. But yeah, it's gonna take some courage. It's gonna take you really needing to step up into that. And this call from the feminine too, the feminine principle, that's also coming from within the self, right? The feminine from within is the part of us that says, hey, take care of us. that is that part. I mean, the feminine's a lot, but the one thing that's really important in all of this is like our inner feminine is like, hey, please take care of us. Please do what we got to do to like make sure that we are really in our truth, in our power, doing what we need to do, and that we're not making ourselves feel like crap, right? Because of that, we're not allowing other people to make us feel like crap. Like we're done with that. We're done. We're done with that. You are in control of your reality. You don't let other people control your reality. We're all in control of our reality, and it's time to be accountable to that. And the inner feminine is asking us to do that, to stand up and be accountable, right? Ooh, that was interesting. Yeah, I don't think any other advice is needed. But I'm about an hour in, and I do have to... Ooh, am I going to make it? I wanted to do a sign reading today because it's been a bit. So I got to go. I'm going to go, and I'm going to do a sign reading. I think Virgo is next, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to go do that. Because of the way YouTube is now with like lives and stuff, it won't post to YouTube until probably like 24 hours after I do it. But patrons, you guys should have it today. Okay? Amen. I'm 36. Oh my God, I'm 28. Oh, the numbers. Here, just to show the numbers for anybody if I did it too fast. 41, 15, which is 5 to 6, progressive. And then 19 and 28, both of them break down to a 10 or 1 cycles, closing, opening cycles, which we already knew with the world card, right? We already knew that. Plus we're hurtling through the eye of all things, the all-seeing eye of the dragon. No, I don't know. Anyway. All right. I'm going to go now. I love you guys. I love you. Definitely do whatever it is you got to do today to prepare for those of you guys who feel like you need to, right? And yeah, I wish you luck, and I will see you guys again very soon. Love you. And thanks again for the super chat. I believe your name was Beth, if I'm not mistaken. So thank you again for that. I really appreciate it. Love you guys. See you later.